this evening. First, in a bid to combat illegal activities such as drug trafficking, unauthorized migration, and the transportation of weapons, the government of Guyana has ramped up its border security efforts through strategic international partnerships. Stay tuned for more on these critical security measures. Next, authorities in Regional Division 10 are investigating a tragic discovery of 3 deceased individuals inside a minibus on the Mabura Trail. We'll bring you the latest details on this ongoing investigation. Then, today marks the commencement of the distribution of the annual Because We Care cash grants to students across the country. Over 200,000 students will receive $45,000 each to support their education. Learn more about this impactful initiative coming up. Also, in a significant move to improve Guyana's drainage infrastructure, the government will soon start a major project to rehabilitate 63 sluices nationwide. Details on the project's impact on local communities next. And finally, 22 people have been found dead after a large fire broke out at a factory producing lithium batteries in South Korea. The blaze began after numerous battery cells exploded, though the cause remains unknown. We'll have more on this tragic incident. Stay tuned for these stories and more coming up next. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for June 24th, 2024. I am Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, authorities in Regional Division 10 are investigating the tragic discovery of 3 deceased individuals inside a minibus on the Mabura Trail at 28 miles. The grim scene was uncovered on Sunday around 9:40 a.m. Among the deceased are identified individuals Leon Ashi, the minibus driver, and Reefa Bovell from Linden. The third victim remains unidentified at this time. Superintendent Guy Nurse, commander of Regional Division 10, led a police team to the site for initial investigations. They found the minibus stuck in a deep pothole with its rear submerged, engine running, and all the windows securely shut. It is suspected that the victims spent the night inside the vehicle. Preliminary examinations of the bodies reveal no signs of violence on exposed parts. Foul play is not currently suspected. Investigations into the circumstances surrounding the deaths are ongoing as authorities seek to determine the cause of this tragic incident along the Mabura Trail. In a significant move to combat illegal activities, President Ali announced enhancement border security through global partnership, leading to major drug and weapon seizures. Dale Jarvis has more details.
In a bid to combat illegal activities such as drug trafficking, unauthorized migration, and the transportation of weapons, the government of Guyana has ramped up its border security efforts through strategic international partnerships. During a recent press conference at State House, President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali highlighted recent collaborations with countries including France, Brazil, the United States, and the United Kingdom, as well as the regional bloc CARICOM. President Ali detailed the administration's focus on enhancing border patrol and surveillance systems, citing establishing the border security and surveillance system as a key initiative. The Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit has intensified its operations at crucial border points and ports, working closely with airports and the Maritime Administrative Department to strengthen surveillance and control measures. These efforts have yielded significant results, particularly in the fight against drug trafficking. Joint operations with national and regional agencies have led to an 800% increase in cocaine seizures from 2023 to 2024, with the confiscated drugs valued at over $3 million. Additionally, marijuana seizures have increased by 11.2%, amounting to street value of approximately $2.1 million. President Ali also noted ongoing efforts to curb the illegal importation of firearms. There is strong cooperation between local authorities and their U.S. counterparts to intercept shipments of weapons and drugs destined for Guyana. The government is particularly vigilant about new methods of drug smuggling, including the use of barrels for importation. These strategic partnerships and enhanced security measures underscore the government's commitment to protecting the country's borders and ensuring the safety and security of its citizens. Reporting for Headline News Update, Dale Jarvis.
Thanks, Dale. Police are investigating the alleged murder of Anuradha Khatun, also known as Mama, a 34-year-old fruit vendor from Best Village, West Coast Demerara. The incident occurred around 11:30 p.m. on Saturday, June 22nd. Khatoon was allegedly murdered by her 30-year-old reputed husband, a fisherman, at their Best Village home. The couple had been in a common law relationship for 5 years, residing in a one-story concrete house. The tragedy unfolded when the suspect returned home intoxicated. Khatoon confronted him about his drinking habits, leading to a heated argument. In a fit of rage, the suspect reportedly grabbed a knife and stabbed Khatoon in the throat. She collapsed in the living room and the suspect fled the scene. Khatoon's 12-year-old son, who was awoken by his mother's scream, raised an alarm. Family members rushed her to the West Demerara Regional Hospital, where she was pronounced dead on arrival. A kitchen knife was found at the scene and Khatoon had a stab wound to her throat. Her body is now at Ezekiel's funeral home, awaiting a post-mortem examination. Stick around when we return, because we care cash grant disbursed to over 200,000 students across Guyana, and government to rehabilitate 63 SUSEs nationwide.
Experience more than award-winning speed.
Way more.
Get the best that LTE has to offer on Digicel, officially the fastest mobile network in Guyana. Ookla, the company behind Speedtest, recognizes Digicel as the best mobile network in Guyana. With the best LTE experience and the fastest data speeds, experience it all with Digicel, the award-winning network for everyone, everywhere.
Good girl, forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. Here's credit. And today, all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all of these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, fried spice, and our portobello seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you don't know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, dirt seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour. And then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radical went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. He shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Our smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Middle Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Welcome back. Today marks the commencement of the distribution of the annual Because We Care cash grant to students across Guyana. This program supports education by directly benefiting families with school-age children. As part of this initiative, over 200,000 students attending both public and private schools will receive $45,000 each. This year, the cash grant amount has been increased to $40,000 per child, supplemented by an additional $5,000 for uniform allowances. This adjustment amounts to a significant injection of over $9 billion into the households of eligible families. To qualify for the Because We Care cash grants, recipients must be enrolled in either public or private schools, maintain a good attendance record, and return all issued textbooks. These criteria ensure that the financial support directly contributes to educational attendance and achievements. The Ministry of Education emphasized the meticulous process behind the cash grant distribution, highlighting that every teacher nationwide submitted students' names from school registers. Regional education departments thoroughly verified this data to ensure accuracy and fairness in allocation. The program aims to alleviate parents' financial burdens and underscore the government's commitment to enhancing access to and quality of education in Guyana. The Because We Care cash grant initially directly supports families, which is crucial in promoting educational outcomes and fostering a conducive learning environment for students nationwide. Throughout the week, distribution efforts will continue across various regions, ensuring that eligible students promptly receive the financial support intended to facilitate their educational journey. In other news, in a significant move to improve Guyana's drainage infrastructure, the government will soon start a major project to rehabilitate 63 sluices nationwide. Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa announced this during a community outreach in Region 6 on Saturday. Speaking to farmers and residents from various villages, Minister Mustafa detailed plans to enhance the region's drainage system, which will improve the livelihoods of approximately 320,000 residents. The $40 million project, funded by the World Bank, is part of the Coastal Adaptation and Resilience Project, aligning with the government's broader flood mitigation and climate resilience effort. The project includes the rehabilitation of major sluices, such as the Pepper Sluice in the Cumberland Canefield area, and extends to New Amsterdam, Upper Quarantine, and the coastal regions. This year, $72.3 billion has been allocated to enhance the national drainage and irrigation network, including constructing and rehabilitating drainage systems to boost food production for thousands of farmers. Specific projects in Region 6 include constructing 3 Hope-like canals with pump stations, desilting and maintaining critical canals, and commissioning the completed pump stations at Adventure Village. Moving on, to facilitate early detection of cervical cancer, the government has launched a comprehensive cervical cancer screening program with a budget of $2.8 billion. This initiative targets women aged 21 to 65 and provides $8,000 vouchers for screening at participating institutions. Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, officially launched the program at the Autotron Convention Center on Friday last. This initiative is part of the 2024-2030 National Action Plan to eliminate cervical cancer, aiming to screen some 211,000 women for HPV. Dr. Anthony emphasized the importance of early detection and vaccination against HPV, noting the low vaccination rates despite the vaccine's availability for over 11 years. The program also includes partnerships with private sector facilities to ensure safe and timely testing, with results available within 72 to 96 hours. During the launch, vouchers were distributed to representatives from NGOs, ministries, and various agencies for further distribution to eligible women. The Health Ministry recently signed several memoranda of understanding with private healthcare providers to formalize these partnerships. Don't go away after the break. Asia weather. Hot summer and drought reduce harvest, increase prices, and Brazilian women protest bill to tighten abortion ban.
Not a single bar of service.
Not with us. Digicel officially has the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Ookla, the company behind Speed Test, recognizes Digicel as the network with the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Be it in Aishalton or in Etteringban, we got you covered.
Digicel, the award-winning network for everyone, everywhere.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. He is Credit, and today all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all of these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, white spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you don't know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, Drought seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radical went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. She shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Common smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Middle Street, Georgetown, telephone 226-1082.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. 10 people escaped without injuries after a small plane they were on board crash-landed in North Bimini in the Bahamas on Sunday. According to the Royal Bahamas Police Force, an investigation is being carried out by the Aircraft Accident Investigation Authority after a Cessna 203 plane on floats crash-landed in North Bimini. Preliminary reports indicate around 3 p.m. the aircraft left Bimini and was en route to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with 10 people on board when the incident occurred. There were no reported injuries or casualties during the incident. Investigations into this matter continues. Meanwhile, large crowds have been protesting in Brazil against a bill that would further criminalize abortion. If passed, it would treat the termination of pregnancy after 22 weeks as homicide. Al Jazeera's Monica Yannick reports.
Brazil ranks high when it comes to violence against women. In Latin America's largest country, a woman or girl is raped every 8 minutes. Every half hour, a child younger than 14 gives birth. Now Brazil's conservative majority in Congress wants to pass legislation equating abortion after 22 weeks to homicide.
I've never seen anything like this. This is a huge backlash in the fight for women's rights. Now, instead of moving forward, we're leaping back to the 1940s.
In Brazil, abortion is legal if the pregnancy is the result of rape, if the mother's life is at risk, or if the fetus has no brain. There's no time limit for the procedure to take place. If the bill passes, a woman or child who has been raped and terminates the pregnancy after 22 weeks could be sentenced to 20 years in prison. That's double the punishment for rapists.
Many women like myself have been victims of domestic violence. Instead of taking further measures to protect us, Congress wants to punish us even more.
The bill was fast-tracked by Brazil's House of Representatives, meaning it could be approved quickly without debate. Women's rights activists were fast to react, taking to the streets with slogans, "Children aren't mothers," and "Rapists aren't fathers."
A recent poll just came out showing that 2 out of every 3 Brazilians are against this bill that equates abortion after 22 weeks of pregnancy to murder. Now, people here are telling us that they will continue on the streets because there's a lot more to this discussion than the rights of women to terminate pregnancies.
It's also about the battle for hearts and minds in a highly divided country ahead of October's municipal elections.
Members of Congress are using religion for their own benefit, saying they're defending Christian values to get more votes. I am evangelical, but I am for abortion.
Left-wing President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, who has been courting the Christian evangelical voters, has been forced to take a stand.
I am against abortion, but since abortion is a reality, we must treat it as an issue of public health. I think it's insane to publish a woman with a longer prison sentence than what is applied to a rapist.
Protesters here say they will continue demonstrating until the bill has been shelved. Monica Yanakiev, Al Jazeera, Rio de Janeiro.
Internationally, much of Asia has been baking in extreme heat for months, together with a prolonged drought. Agriculture is one of the worst hit sectors. From coffee plantations in Vietnam to rice fields in China, harvests are low, and that's likely to mean higher prices for consumers everywhere. Al Jazeera's Barnaby Lu reports.
Coffee farmers in Vietnam are working hard to make up for months of disappointing harvests. The country has seen very little rain in the last few months, with extreme heat gripping much of Southeast Asia.
The drought dried up this whole area and the surrounding areas, and the water shortage is so severe that compared to last year, the harvest of coffee cherries is very low. We lost a lot of the output. It was very small, very low this year.
Farmers are bearing the brunt of the drought, which is now sweeping north. In central China's Henan province, these rice fields are parched because the reservoir that supplies water for irrigation is drying up.
Technology and artificial rain may help, but if it doesn't rain in the next few days, we might not harvest anything at all.
The situation is very different in other parts of China, however, where floods have inundated villages and dozens of people have died. Scientists say global warming is contributing to the extreme weather, all of it destructive to agriculture.
Just where you've got drought in one place, floods in another, you can't rely on having a poor harvest here and then importing from somewhere else. We're seeing these converging events which will continue, unfortunately, to push up prices.
Higher prices should be good for Vietnam's coffee growers. The country is the world's second biggest coffee producer, but farmers say it isn't necessarily a win for them.
We farmers should be happy when the price increases, but due to this drought, we're not very happy because the price increases but the output goes down.
The Vietnam Coffee Academy has been helping some of them adapt to climate change by introducing the use of rain catchers to soften the soil and maintain moisture. But with the onset of the rainy season, farmers worry excessive downpours could damage their trees and further reduce their harvests. Barnaby Lu, Al Jazeera.
Finally, 22 people have been found dead after a large fire broke out at a factory that produces lithium batteries in South Korea. The blaze began after numerous battery cells exploded in the warehouse, but what triggered the explosion is currently unknown. Al Jazeera's Eunice Kim reports.
The
The fire engulfed a lithium battery plant in minutes, trapping workers inside, most of them foreign laborers.
Among the missing workers, there are Chinese nationals and other foreign nationals. About 20 workers are foreign nationals.
The blaze is believed to have started on the second floor of the three-story building, where products were packaged and stored. One eyewitness who escaped says it was started by a spark from a single battery. Firefighters say they saw many blow up.
The government rapidly dispatched firefighters because of the risks associated with a lithium battery plant. When overheated, the batteries can explode and burn more intensely and for longer than traditional ones, and some 35,000 were believed to be inside.
After hours of battling the flames, firefighters entered what was left of the building to survey the damage and retrieve the bodies of those inside. South Korea's Prime Minister Han Duck-soo visited the scene with members of his government promising their full support.
We urge Hwaesong City to assign one dedicated official per victim to provide full support and take swift action to ensure the injured receive treatment without inconvenience.
An investigation into the exact cause of the fire is underway as families mourn those they've lost. Eunice Kim, Al Jazeera, Hwasong, South Korea.
This brings us to the end of our regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 3-day weather forecast. And that's Safe TV2 Headline News for this Monday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can tune in tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. for a rebroadcast and at 7 p.m. for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.